Today we're going to do photo transfers onto wood, and you should have 3 images printed on plain printer paper at your table. If you did not turn in your 3 pictures, I just gave you 3 random holiday images and you can use those. All right, first I was going to show you 3 different techniques. One of them was going to be vellum transfers. Vellum is a very thin, almost tissue paper-like material, and that's what we were going to do on our second ornament. But I came up here this weekend to print off all of y'all's images on vellum, and about the 3rd or the 4th paper that went through my printer, one of them melted. I don't recommend doing that to your laser printer. I'm going to have to fix it first. Maybe we'll try this next semester. But the way vellum works is you were to put a very, very thin layer of this stuff called Mod Podge on your image and let it dry. And then when you do, very gently peel it off and the image transfers onto it. This one I let dry a little too long and some of the image came off. But overall, it's a fairly good quality of color transfer from vellum. But yeah, currently can't do that until I can fix my printer. So we're going to try 2 different techniques this time. First, you should have 3 ornaments, 1 thick wooden piece of birch with a hole in it, and then 2 flatter pre-cut discs. You should have this on a piece of cardboard with your name and class period number so that we can move this around and let it dry. And then get it back tomorrow because this is a 2-day process. First thing to do is to write your name on the back of all 3 of your ornaments in case one of them comes off the cardboard. First name, last name, nickname, fine, on the back of all of these ornaments. All right, like I said, we're going to do 2 different techniques. The first thing to do is to take one of your images and cut it out. Doesn't have to be perfect because eventually the white part is going to rub off, only the ink is going to stay. Get a container of Mod Podge and open that up and take your sponge paintbrush and dip that in there. I'll move these over for just a second in case I drip. And you want a fairly thick layer of Mod Podge on top of this paper. Now we're painting right over your image. It won't damage it. We want it to be to where we almost can't see that image. Go edge to edge. It's okay. Now I'm just going to take my paintbrush and either rest it on the lid or on the Mod Podge itself. All right, we have 3 ornaments. We're going to do this to the first 2 ornaments. I'm going to put it face down. Make sure the hole is at the top. Your name's on the back side. Put this face down right there on the wood. And we will need to get some of those air bubbles out. Wipe your hands off with some of the wipes first. Using any type of credit card, gift card, ID card, your student ID would be fine. It's okay, we're going to wipe this off in a second. Kind of get rid of some of those air bubbles by gently moving this around your image. There we go. And we're going to let this one dry. This one we're going to do the same process. Your name's going to be on the back. You're going to take your image, spread this out on there really, really good, put it face down, and then use the card to get out any excess air bubbles. So those 2 are the same process, photo face down. Now for this one, we're going to do it a little bit different. Around the classroom are different colors of paint. Doesn't matter what color you choose. Shake it up a little bit if it's been sitting around for a while. And in order to save paint, we're going to start off with just a small dab of paint, a couple of drops of paint, and spread this out as best you can. Make sure you don't get any paint on your other 2 ornaments. Nice layer. We're going to add some more colors to this the next day, but today we just want to cover it. Put a little bit more here on the bottom. It's a little thin. Oops, too much. There we go. Nice color there. Get it nice and even. And then tomorrow, after this dries, we're going to do our 3rd image on this one. So, in the end, today you should have 2 ornaments with your names on the back side. The images should be face down and Mod Podged on there. This one, you're going to just paint today and let it dry. You should have a 3rd image that's eventually going to go on this one, but we need to wait until this dries until we can do that. So until tomorrow, just slide your third image up underneath one of these so it doesn't fly away or get lost. And it is going to be your responsibility to close up the paint, to take your two brushes and wash them out, as well as put the lid back on the Mod Podge at your table, and then you can throw away the newspaper at your station. Your stack of cardboard needs to be placed around the classroom, ask your teacher where, so that it can dry until our next step of the process tomorrow.